Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. This is the place to find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today I'm here with my friend and colleague, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we are the Biz Chicks. So we want to invite you into coffee talks with us where we talk about things that will affect your life, your business. With that, hey, get your favorite beverage. Let's sit back, relax, and let's have a conversation. Good morning, friend.
Good morning, Terry. How are you today?
All is well. I want to give a shout out to those watching live and on the replay.
Yeah.
And let we really thank you for your attention today.
Yay. So, today we are talking about elevating our expectations.
Mm-hmm.
And we are borrowing that theme from a client of ours, but we wanted to talk about it in light of your business, elevating your expectations. So, I have a question. What were you expecting for your business in 2024?
Mm-hmm.
What are you expecting for your business this year?
All righty.
Um, there are times when you're moving along. I was listening to someone teach yesterday, and they were talking about when you go to the gym and you start working out, and you see the
Mm-hmm.
first couple of pounds go away, and then you go to the gym the next week and you see a couple of pounds move away. The third week you go and you see a couple of pounds move away. Then the fourth week you go, there's nothing.
It's just plateaued. Good
Mhm.
morning. Good morning.
Hey,
Happy New Year.
happy New Year, Mark. And so there's a plateau.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So with that in mind, what is your expectation? Some people's expectation, oh, this is not working, and then they stop.
Mm-hmm.
But is it not working? Is there something going on behind the scenes that
Mhm.
you may not recognize?
Well, sometimes maintaining something is significant, and we do not celebrate just not. We only want to celebrate moving forward. We don't want to celebrate, maintaining, holding ground. You lost those 8 or 9 pounds. So then you're going to stop now. Here they come back with their friends and family. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So how will you elevate your expectation? Well, with the knowledge is you're going to need to gain some knowledge in order to elevate your expectations. If you think that it's not working, why is it not working? Why is something in your business not working? Why is something in your life not working? You got
Mhm.
to ask some questions.
Okay.
Dig in, find out, okay, wait, is there a different strategy? Is there a better strategy? And like you were just talking about, if it's not maintaining the way that it should, why is that? Are you paying attention to it? Have you neglected the baby?
Mhm. Mhm. Yes.
Neglect is the real thing.
Well, think about it. What happens to a garden when you neglect that garden?
Oh, the weeds take over.
Oh my gosh, I'm a witness to that.
And you didn't have to do anything for the neglect.
Mhm.
You neglect is literally doing nothing. And so when you do nothing, the weeds have creeped in, the weeds have crept up, and and all of a sudden you look
Wonderfulness.
around and you're like, what is going on over here?
Hmm. All
Uh,
the wonderfulness.
and the weeds, they are not beautifully landscaped. They're just random and like we're here and we're taking over. Um, But is that the expectation you had for your business where the weeds have just cropped up and elevated themselves and just said, okay, we're here.
Wow.
So neglect happens if we are not moving forward, or we are
Mhm.
not maintaining, doing the maintenance. There's systems maintenance, right? There's
Mhm.
maintenance for everything. You have home maintenance. If you neglect, the dishes can pile, the the carpet can become, like dirt from outside. There are things that will happen in the where neglect happens, or where you do nothing.
Mhm.
Stuff will happen. Something's going to happen, but is it what you want to happen? There will be activity. There will be growth.
Okay.
Mark has a comment.
Mhm.
You've heard it before. The question I ask every potential client is: the pain of where you are greater than the discomfort of what it's going to take to move you out of it? How
Mhm.
bad do you want it? I was talking with someone who didn't want to get off Social Security because, like if they received their healing or got better or got whatever fixed, they would no longer get that SSI check.
Okay. Hmm.
So they decided,
To just be sick.
or just need the check. So I like getting the check. So I'm just going to stay here.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Wow.
But that's the pain of where they are was not greater than that discomfort. They didn't, they wanted to get better and
Mhm.
be better, but if they got better, they would have to stop taking that check.
Mhm. Okay.
A little, there are reasons why people don't want to move forward.
Wow.
It's easier to have a story, um, or is it a reason or an excuse? It's easier to have an excuse than to find a reason to do it, to move forward, to maintain.
Hmm. Wow. So the pain is not great enough, Mark, evidently, to move the dial, to get people up and at it. Uh,
Right.
and I love the way he frames that.
Yeah.
Which pain is the greatest? You know,
The
uh,
discomfort that you're going to feel, because if we take the weight loss situation, you're
mhm.
going to feel sore.
Okay.
You don't like the way you feel. You're not feeling healthy, you're not feeling fit, you're not feeling at your best. And then so that's pain, that's a pain point. But there's going to come discomfort with working out,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
You're
Mhm.
going to do the squats. You're going to do the weightlifting and stuff, and you're going to be sore, and you're going to you're not going to be able to eat anything that you just want to. Well, you could if you wanted to, but to do that, you're going to have to maintain a healthier way of eating.
Mhm.
And is that enough for you to change that?
Hmm. Interesting. Is it worth the price?
Hmm. Bottom line, is it worth the price? How bad do you want it? So it is a question that we are answering every day with our thoughts, our words, and our actions. Very good point, Mark.
It just makes sense. What you want, you go for, right?
You will do the necessary steps to
Mhm.
correct whatever it is, or you'll go, it's okay where it is right now.
It's not worth the effort. So we're making that decision, like he said, every
Every
day,
day.
what we do, what we say. Our self-talk is so important. And it starts with our thoughts.
So, will we elevate our expectation? Do you expect to have better this year? Do you
Mm,
expect to um, be healthier this year? And with that in mind, are you willing to do what is necessary? The maintenance, the getting started.
hmm.
Um, I was thinking about something, and we started, people this time of year are starting their exercise routines and stuff, and they going to buy the shoes and the clothes and you can exercise in your pajamas. Get out of the bed and just do it. Know who said that we had to have a whole ensemble
Okay.
to get started? You
To
don't
sweat
have
in.
to and so and the fitness industry, you need these particular workout pants. Oh, I don't have those workout pants, so I'll have to do this another day. Or I don't have that brand of shoe, or I don't have this particular water bottle, or I don't. Okay, take a walk. You can just walk in some jeans and just walk down the street.
But this
You're
is so
walking anyway.
true because we don't want to show up at the gym looking raggedy, right? It's like, okay, I don't want to show up at the gym with, an old t-shirt, a washed out t-shirt, or this or that, or girl, come on.
Get to the gym and whatever you got, work on the second part. Yes, you should want to look nice or what have you, but right now is the greater good just getting there and getting the workout in.
Okay. And maybe rewarding yourself with an outfit as you lose weight or as you get fitter.
Hmm.
Because it's not always about the weight. Sometimes it's just about strength training or, you know, whatever it is that you need, whatever it is your body you said you were going to do, let's do it.
Hmm. Let's move it. There's a quote here. I have this ruckus calendar from Seth Godin, and there's a quote that says, "A moving bike does not fall down,
Oh, okay.
and stability comes from growth." I was like,
Mhm.
a moving bike does not fall down.
That's interesting. If it's in motion, it's less likely to fall over.
Mark has a comment. He says, sometimes we identify more with the story of who we are without the change.
Mm.
Mm. We are often fed, albeit often unknowingly, by remaining a victim, usually of ourselves.
So it's important what we say to ourselves, what we think about ourselves, and then what action we take for ourselves.
Hmm. Do we identify as who we are without the change? I like that. Looking at yourself on the other side, looking at yourself as the healthy, fit, and trim person. You notice that they don't, when they do the commercials for the gym, they don't have people there. Everybody is slim and trim and working out. They're
Yes.
showing you the end result. So, should we be, according to what I'm reading here, sometimes we identify with the story of who we are without the change. Maybe we start elevating our expectation and identify for with who we are after the change. This is who I am.
Hmm. Hmm. With what we are becoming. He says,
Yes. And this is who I'm becoming. And so I see myself after the change. Mark says you will never rise beyond the confines of the story that you are telling with your life. When we are sick of the chapter trajectory, we have to decide whether we are ready to rewrite it.
mhm.
Okay. So are you what I like where he's going with this. So where are we rewriting the chapter today? Um,
I think too, we have to recognize that chapters are made of sentences.
okay, so we change the paragraphs and sentences and words.
To
We're
things that are
getting
doable.
and we take it in those things. I can't do it. How about I can do it? So we change the word in the sentence. I
How
can
about we
do
eat
this.
the elephant one bite at a time?
How
We
about we not eat the elephants, but I can instead of I can't. I
hmm
will instead of oh I don't know. And you're changing that sentence, and then you change the paragraph, you change the chapter, and now the story has changed.
and you give yourself grace for the past. Maybe there were distractions. Maybe there were things that happened that threw you off track. Okay.
But do we remain off track?
Now,
Do we remain okay? We always talk about the little baby when they fall down. Do they stay there?
absolutely not. I
They
mean,
are
they have
up,
tenacity and determination.
and they don't cry while they're down there either. They bounce, and it's like okay, okay, let me try it again. When they're learning to climb up on stuff, they do not remain still.
And they don't have the best form either when they're doing these things.
They're
I know
pulling up and they're grabbing something, and
I know
nobody's
my
teaching.
grandson leads with his head because he's top heavy. So, he starts from like a position where he's on his knees and then his head goes down and then he pushes up his back and then he pulls himself. That is not necessarily how we would do it as adults. But look how much practice we've had.
But see, he has more practice getting up than some adults do right now.
Mhm. Mhm.
Getting back up, getting and doing it again. And okay, that didn't work. And doing it again. Okay, no, reevaluating and turning.
Mhm. And I think we're so concerned about I don't have the best form that we don't show up. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm not the best in the yoga class. So I'm gonna stop going because everybody seems to be able to get it and stretch and they're not having trouble staying up and you know what I mean? And the next thing you know, we have talked ourselves out of what we
Really,
intended to do.
exactly. So Mark says, why not write the story where you are the hero or the heroine that emerges victorious despite all of those unseemingly insurmountable obstacles. Write the
Mhm.
story where you win. Oh my gosh. You mean we can actually win at this story? Good morning, Dr. Tachi.
Good
We
morning,
can
Doc.
really win?
Hmm.
Who
Yes.
okay, it's your story. You're the author, right?
You get to
I can
decide how it ends.
yes.
Mm.
Y- And Mark says so often we live as if we are simply a character in another person's story rather than the author of our own.
You know what? This is so true. And a lot of us live our lives making other people's dreams come true, making other people's dreams the priority to the point where we no longer have dreams because there's no room in our life for our own dreams. This is a concern.
But if we pick up the pencil, okay, so what do writers do?
They edit. they,
Yeah, we do edit, but what do writers do first and foremost?
they script out the story. They
They
decide
write.
they decide who the characters are.
The writers write. Are you writing? Today is Monday. What are you writing for your life today? what story are you writing for your life today? If we take it on a day by day basis, and we are using Mark's analogies here, what are you writing for today?
Mhm.
Is it a story of victory? Is it a story of accomplishment? Is it a story where you get what you want?
Mhm. Mhm.
Elevate your expectation in that. What are you writing for today? Write a story a day. Writers, they, in order for to become a really good writer, you need to write every day.
Mhm.
Whether it's a paragraph, it's a post, whether it's a thought, whatever it is, you should be writing every day. So, what are you writing today? What are you going to write about yourself today? Is that what, wait, is that where the diaries came from,
Mm.
aka journals?
Correct.
Mm.
Write the vision, make it plain, so
What are
that
you going to,
those who get it can run with it. Yes.
and if you wrote your story down before the day started, when someone else comes along to try and put you in their story, you're like, well, I can't do that because my story says I'm supposed to be over here.
Now that gives the whole thing more meaning. If
You've
you
already
really
written your
start to
chapter.
look at your journal as the daily roadmap versus, just a bunch of random thoughts or whatever, uh, it becomes more significant.
I like this, Terry. Instead of writing your journal at the end of the day about what went on in your day,
Hmm.
you write the journal about what is going to happen in your day.
Hmm.
You start out writing my journal. Today I will accomplish the. Today I will be a superhero. Today I will fly to the moon. Today I will, whatever it is that you're going to do for the day, you write that down, and at the end of the day you can say, you can celebrate that win because you actually wrote down what you were going to do that day.
And I love this. Mark and I have the same, wavelength here. He says, you're more likely to reach your happy ending if you actually have one in mind. What do you want? Not what do you think you can have? What do you want? And and we keep, I don't know how, how long we've been on the air frame, but we talk about this all the time. Do you know what you want? Have you made up your mind? You can't have a goal, you can't hit a target if you don't know where it is or what it is, what you're aiming at. You need to know to get somewhere, sit down and figure out what you want.
What, and the emphasis is on you, not what someone else wants for
Hmm.
you,
Hmm.
or what you see on somebody else's paper. What do you want? I go keep going back to the ice cream thing. I don't like spumoni ice cream.
Hmm.
So what kind of ice cream does Fran like? I need to know what I like, and I don't need to like what you like. Okay, I'm going back to this movie.
Okay.
So what do you want? No, no. What is it that you like? Whatever you like. No, no, no. I want to know what you like. This is Coming to America, if you didn't know. The
Mm-hmm.
scene where he was trying to ask the young lady about what's in her mind. So, what is it that you like? Whatever you like. But she was groomed up to be a queen or a princess, that she would be whatever the king or whatever he wanted, that's what she was going to do. He was like, I know, I want someone who can think for themselves. So what do you like? Whatever you like. He was like, okay, what do you want, people? What do you like? What do you want from life? What do you want today?
Mm-hmm.
I want a matcha lemonade. What do you want today? Maybe we practice want getting what we want, or asking for what we want each day. What do you want today? I
There you
want to accomplish some editing. I want to do, and if we put what we want on paper every day, there probably is not going to be a lot of room for what other people want. I might need to retitle this video. What do you want today?
go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm,
And
what
maybe
do I
that's what this month should be about. Figuring out what you want for this season. What do you want? Do you know? You would be surprised how many people do not know, have not sat down, do not, or that every time someone else has a need, they shift what they want to go help them. You know what I'm saying? So that they're no longer the hero or the heroine in their own story because it's
there
easier to be a.
there is a ancient saying that says hope deferred makes the heart sick.
Mhm, mhm.
When you don't go after the thing that's in your heart and you keep deferring it to other people's stuff, your heart becomes sick, resentful, because you didn't do what you wanted to do.
And you're frustrated because you don't have what you want.
Because you've been doing everybody else's
And
stuff.
here's the deal, a lot of times those folks never really get where they're going, no matter how much you push or invest in them, and you still don't have what you wanted.
Mm.
So the question becomes,
What do you want?
the question is still, what do you want?
I don't know if I published this yet, but I wrote something. A thought had occurred to me about people gather around the dinner table talking about how their day went.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, why don't we gather around the breakfast table, enjoying a good breakfast
Mm-hmm.
and deciding how our day is going to be instead of waiting till the end of the day to talk about how it went. You know
Mm-hmm.
how the family gathered. So, Billy, what did you do today at school? How was your day? Okay, Billy can go in determining I'm going to work on this science project and I expect to get an A on it because I'm going to do A, B, C, D. When you're starting the day off, determining what your day will be instead of waiting till the evening to talk about how it went.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You make it happen rather than waiting for it to happen and then you report on what happened.
And that's the way it is when you are planning your business. When you sit down, you review, okay, where are we going today? Let me look at yesterday's to-do list. Is there something I need to um, bring forward? Is there something I need to eliminate? What's the plan for today? You plan first, then you execute. So allow time. If you have not blocked out time for planning, people, please do so. Plan at the beginning of the day and then plan at the end of the day, so that when you come in, you won't have to sit down and say, okay, what happened yesterday? Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? You have a feel for what you're going to be doing that day.
Mark has a comment here. He says, people's prevalent belief is that they don't know what they want, is the greatest lie that we tell ourselves. It's often largely unconscious, but you do know it's in there. With the right questions, it will come flooding forward.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have a way to, you don't know what questions to ask, maybe you need to ask Mark Ward so that he can help you bring out what you want. And it's okay if you don't know what you want and you haven't known for a while and you're kind of confused about that. Reach out to somebody to get some help. Ask Mark Ward or some other person that you can talk to help you bring out what it is that you actually want. Because
Hmm.
until you figure out what it is that you want, you will go through life frustrated, resentful, having regrets because you didn't get what you wanted in life. And while you're watching everyone else get what they want, and you're like, well, how come I couldn't get what I wanted? Because you didn't figure out what you wanted, or you figured out what you wanted and you shoved it back in to not make other people uncomfortable about what it is that you
Oh,
wanted.
and here's another thing. Have you gotten what you want? And do you feel like you don't deserve it, so you give it all away?
There are so
That's a
many
different
things.
topic.
There's so many things to unpack with that this box needs to. But
Oh my goodness. So here's some things to think about while you're sipping your coffee today.
or your tea or having your breakfast, it is still time. It's morning. You can decide what you want. Sit down, like people, Terry's grandma said, get somewhere, sit down, get a piece of paper,
Yeah.
and drink your coffee and stop copying off of somebody else's paper. Find out what it is you want. Elevate your expectation that you do know what you want, and then go for what you want. And as always, we here at BizChick are here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle. And so if you'd like to become a part of the BizChicks community, you can do that by texting biz to 33777, or you can go to bizchicks.net. Whatever you do, let's take the hassle out of your hustle so that you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. And we will see you tomorrow. Coach TJ is in the house. So let's talk about some marketing and some digital, yeah, social media and digital marketing. Thank you so much for tuning in live on the replay. Mark, thank you so much. Check out Mark Ward at Ask Mark Ward, Dr. Tachi with Indie Soup Media TV. And Mark has a great podcast, the 4 Minute Mark. So looking forward to seeing you next time. Have a wonderful Monday, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye bye,
Bye.
everyone.